Fishing Yarns with Lozza and Roger. G'day guys, how you going? Lozza and I are just sitting here and we're just recalling some of the wonderful times we've had together, fishing stories, etc. We're going to share that with you guys. And I think while we're doing that, Loz, that you know, there will be some things that you can learn just purely out of things that we've experienced in our fishing journey. And actually, Laurie and I have known each other for probably 40 years. It would be 40 years, so we've been fishing together. It's really funny to think that, Laurie, because
it never gets stale. It never gets stale. Sometimes we might not see each other for 8 months, 10 months, but then when we get back together, it's just like we were there yesterday.
Yeah,
it's just the way it is.
And you know, I think we still feel like kids, don't we, Laurie?
Absolutely.
You know,
I'm a bigger kid than you.
When it comes to fishing, I don't know. I just can't help it. I'm so excited. I'm always excited about going fishing. Laurie gets all. You know.
Sometimes, honestly, sometimes my adrenaline, when I see a patch of water which is just like, you can smell the fish, adrenaline makes me start shaking sometimes. It's like, can't even tie a hook.
Yeah. And you know, it's great when you can actually have a joke and muck around with a buddy. You know, you can stir each other up. It really doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's fun. It's all good. It's all good banter.
Yeah, it's cool.
Like yesterday, we came across this patch of water, and honestly, I've never seen so many fish come out so fast and furious in an hour. How many?
We caught about 18 fish.
18 fish in an hour. Tarwine, whiting, a tailor. My goodness.
On worm.
All on worms, yeah. Oh, that tailor, that reminds me, Rog. Do you remember when we were, oh gosh, how old were we?
I have to think.
28, 29 years old?
Yeah.
Way back.
Yeah, probably.
I remember. So, Roger used to live in Narrabeen down on the beachfront in a unit with Vanessa, and I used to come down and distract him from his catering business. Said, Rog, let's go fishing. And he goes, he's looking at Vanessa and he goes, where do you want to go? What do we do? Anyway, you'd wangle your way out of work for the day, and we'd get your little boat. One particular day, this is a true story. One particular day, we went out off Longreef in his little boat, 11-foot tinny with an 8 horsepower Mariner. Anyway, a few leaks, didn't matter. We were out there trolling around, and we got out almost out behind your unit.
Yeah, I used to live on the beach, and we were only about half a K out from the surf break.
Yep. So 500 meters off the shore, just cruising up and down the back of the waves there, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, the water started to boil, and we found ourselves in the middle of a boil up. The boil up was about as big as a football field.
Yeah.
And it was deafening, and they were big greenback tailor. They just came to the surface, and it was like. That's what it sounded like all around us. Anyway, my adrenaline was on. I think I lost 2 lures over the side before I tied one on. Anyway, it was a matter of seconds before we started catching these tailor, and they were big greenbacks. We had a garbage bin, a plastic garbage bin, one of those garbage bins that, regular size, in the middle of the floor of the boat, and we started filling up this garbage bin. That started to fill up. Roger going, I remember one particular time you flicked over to flick it at the back to throw it, and you're on. It slapped the water and it was on, so he just picked it back up and put it in the bucket. But it was so furious, but we ended up filling the bucket and it started to overflow. So we thought, oh, what the heck, we just started to put them, we kept putting them on top of the bucket until the whole bottom of the boat was covered with a layer of tailor. We couldn't see the floor from the blood and the tailor and everything else, and they were just all flapping around, and it was insane. I'd never seen a boil up that big and that alive. So you tell them what you did on the way back to the
No, I remember that was just mid-afternoon. I only had, at that point in time, that was my first boat. It was only a small tinny.
Yeah.
It was 11 foot with an 8 horsepower Mariner, and the freeboard on that boat was literally only about
12 inches.
Not much. It's a pretty small boat. So I used to sneak out when the weather was relatively calm, just go out only a K or so from the shore, not too far. So Laurie and I were out there, but I remember in this particular instance, we were surrounded by fish on all sides.
Yeah.
And I was actually, you know, you could cast your line out and hook up a fish straight away, but I was actually casting over my shoulder backwards. I'm going like this, and I'm going, "Hey Laurie, got another one."
Hey Rog,
It really did. Yeah, we had this thing going where we just had these words, "I'm on." So as soon as we hooked one, I'd go, "I'm on,
I'm on.
I'm on." Anyway, we're just fishing all day. Well, not all day actually.
Like
It actually was not that long, but
Like a ping pong table.
yeah.
I'm on. I'm on.
You know what? I don't even know. I'm thinking about Laurie. I don't even know why did we have a garbage bin in the boat.
Well, just for the fish because we had nothing else.
No, we didn't have. Yeah, we didn't have like a kill box or.
No, it was. We were young, green. We didn't have much.
Yeah, and it was actually one of those, not the small size plastic rubbish bins. It
A
was
regular size.
but it
They're
was a
about
big
that
one.
round.
Yeah.
About that round and about that tall.
Yeah. So we were putting the fish in there in the middle of the boat, but it overflowed into the floor
So we kept putting them on top anyway.
of the boat. There was millions of fish there. Anyway, we finished
It
up.
was
We
huge.
thought we better go in. And by this time, there was actually a slurry of blood
Yeah.
all through the bottom of the boat. There was a combination of a bit of water and blood.
Yeah, there's a few pinhole leaks in the boat, so there was a whole lot of water and all of the bleed out from the fish.
So we had all this blood anyway, so I started the engine up. We started heading back towards the boat ramp, which was actually at a place called Long Reef. We launched the boat at Long Reef, and we're heading along.
Took a bit to get it on the plane because we had a lot of weight in the boat. There was
Yeah.
like two big guys.
So anyway, once I got up to top speed, I said to Laurie, I said to Lozza, I said, "Mate, there's so much blood and stuff in this boat, I'm going to pull the bung out."
What?
I'm going to pull the bung out while we're going on so we can drain all the blood out of the boat.
I
So
was worried. I said, Rog, don't let go of it, whatever you do. Don't let go of it, don't lose it.
anyways, yeah, it was actually a cork bung, like the top of a champagne bottle. So I twisted it and I pulled the bung out of the back of the boat, and I've got the tiller steer. I'm driving along, and we're going along, and we've got a red band of blood
Yeah, yeah.
in the
back.
wash of the boat, going out behind the boat. We've just got this red band of blood there
was
while we're heading
ridiculous.
back to the boat
It
ramp.
was ridiculous. It's like, let's see if we can attract a Noah.
Yeah. But anyway, you know, you have so many things like moments like this that you very fondly remember.
Yeah, I'll never forget that.
Yeah, and we get back to the boat ramp, got the boat out. I can't even remember how many fish we had. Now, guys, this was a long time ago. There was no
bag limits.
no bag limits back there.
No size limits.
There was so many fish. There was millions and millions of them there. So what we did is we thought, man, we got all these fish.
That was probably about 35 years ago. More.
Yeah, we thought there's too many for us. So we actually we used to go to a church at that point in time on the northern beaches, and
That's how we met, incidentally. We met in church. We formed a fishing club. That's another story, but anyway.
yeah. So we actually went down to the church. We took all the fish down with a bunch of plastic bags, and we were handing out bags with.
Yeah, big greenback tailor like that. They were solid tailor.
So we were putting 4 in a bag, and we basically told the pastors, told everybody we got a whole heap of fish, and we shared them out.
Yeah, we just gave most of them away because I thought, how are we going to clean 200 fish?
Yeah,
And what are we going to do with them? We thought, I didn't think of that.
yeah.
So then we thought, okay, let's give them away.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Yeah.
While we're on this story about this little tiny tinny I had, now, back in the day, back at that time, I used to be very involved in the surf club at Narrabeen. I was the IRB captain, which means inshore rescue boat, or you know, the rubber ducky boats that the surf lifesavers use. I was the IRB captain and instructor. So I used to drive the inshore rescue boats. I used to teach. I used to go in all the Ironman competitions. One year I was club champion at Narrabeen Surf Club. I used to compete in the surf swim and all these different things. So we were really young and fit. We were probably a little bit bold. So very good swimmer, a surfer, just really an ocean guy. So we used to go out in this little boat. We didn't go out too far, but one afternoon Laurie and I went out to fish for snapper off Long Reef. A lot of the guys fish until dark. Anyway, we went out in this tiny little tinny out off the front of Long Reef. It was blowing a light nor'easter, And I remember being out there. Laurie's quite a tall fella. How tall are you, Laurie?
Well, I'm 6'4", but back then I was probably 110, 120, 115 kilos, something like that. Now
Yeah.
I'm like 90, 95 or something.
So,
But back then there was a big unit.
yeah. So, anyways, we went out in this tiny little tinny with an 8 horsepower, and we're anchored up at a place called White Rock, or a fishing spot called White Rock. Any of you guys are watching, you know Long Reef, you might know where White Rock is, but it was a good spot for kingfish, jewfish, snapper, whole range of species. But we're anchored up there, and I remember a couple of other boats, bigger fishing boats, coming back past and looking at me and Laurie and just going,
Oh my God, what are they doing? Because she's getting dark and we're still there.
what the heck? And
These waves are breaking all around us because White Rock's like a plateau and it comes up like that. And we're like anchored just near it, and there's these waves rolling off left, right, and centre. And we're there.
We're just woohoo!
We're safe.
Woohoo!
Hey, Roger, come
Anyway,
on.
anyway, we're fishing there, but and I've got a photo of that particular. I've got it in a photo album somewhere, but
You have to dig it out. That's hilarious.
I caught a pretty solid snapper.
It's a good one.
We were just fishing with hand lines, and we had a burley trail going. Laurie caught a standard size brim, and I remember there's
How big?
no, not that small, but Laurie
Yeah.
caught this just a typical
It
black
wasn't my
brim.
night.
But there's a photograph of me holding this snapper and Laurie holding this brim, and he's going "Ooh," like this, and I'm holding this big
Have to see if you
snapper.
can dig it out and post it somewhere. We looked so young then.
But you know what? Actually, I
guess.
think Laurie, I think in that photograph, I've actually got a goatee.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think I grew a goatee
I can't remember.
briefly. Anyway, look, you guys, you know, obviously Laurie and I have been good buddies for a very long time. We've had lots of wonderful fishing experiences together.
Several.
You know, if you're enjoying this, Laurie and I love spending time together talking about our adventures. You know, just make a comment. You know, if you'd like more of this stuff where we're just sharing some of our stories and even things that we've learnt while we're fishing, just let us know in the comments. And we'd be happy to put together a few more things where we're sitting down with a coffee and we're just talking about things that we've learnt from fishing. So just let us know in the comments and make sure that you give it a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and we will see you really soon with another session. Hey, Lozza?
Yeah. Rog, it's 8:15. It's high tide in about an hour and a half. We should get our ass in the gear and go.
Yeah, too much talking,
Yeah.
more fishing.
Okay. See ya.